Hello from New York. Today, evolution of inner mind communication yoga. Okay? The path of love to spiritual healing of the mind and virtuous activist progressive politics. These are connected. Okay? You'll see. First of all, note that its origins were from Zen Buddhism, Vaishnava Hinduism, Christian mythological concepts, and the three basic Vedic yogas. It has evolved into its current form by way of recognizing what links them together. Inner communication of forms of love with and for oneself, others, and one sense of a higher power of transcendent love and one's own body. All of this was reduced into three roles using three forms of empathy within one's imagination and three forms of bodily awareness using the three yogic meditations, using breath to express physical feelings, sound to be at play with these feelings, and concentration on physical feelings. Now, to understand spirituality born of love and what blocks it, well, this involves understanding the power to feel and connect to need. By being aware of it, by being creative with one's perspective about it, and by expressing it honestly. This keeps the giving and receiving of love flowing, something I call the love flow. Any blocking of this is traumatic. Spirituality is born of processes that create or restore this love flow. The forms of love expressed as forms of empathy are compassionate, which encourages expression of need, creative, which encourages flexible, multiple views about need, and objective, which facilitates a clear understanding of need. Finally, or let's say inwardly, directed in imagined and expressed dialogues, these I have called communication of the dramatically experiencing self or kid, communicating with one's inner caregiver, counselor, and artist. The artist is the creator of all you imagine, including your own self concept, and can create new memories or transform old ones in loving ways. If you study brain research, you find that this is your brain, and trying to communicate with it is rather mystical and is the watcher of your dramatic experience of time as if from outside of it, which is part of yogic teaching. Um, yeah, to be outside of that dramatic experience of time, very important. Um, called the watcher. The artist morphs into your caregiver to help with feeling from the present, looking back into relationships in the near or deep past, and into your counselor to help with feelings based in the present and looking into the future. It also creates who we experience ourselves to be and permits us to imagine ourselves being aware of bodily feelings without language, using expression of physical feelings using our breath, the sounds ah, ooh, and using creative play with feeling, using vocally created emotional or musical sounds that may sound like language at times, and using silent focus on physical feelings, going along with whatever grabs your attention, trying to feel things separately or to feel many sensations at once. Yoga is about joining your dramatic self with your higher power, greater self, the controller, the creator, and the enjoyer of your life story, while calling to you to be the hero of love, the of the love flow in your story. Communicating with empathy supports the virtues of goodness, artfulness, and truth, and these direct to empowered communications within your world, and having a mind focused on political communications and voting. Having awareness without language makes you more transcendent of your ego, more flexible with who you conceive yourself to be, so you can change and evolve and grow in love. Love is amazing. It is the grace that changes us from helplessness to knowing our needs because of damaged faith and love, um, to knowing and grieving our losses, to being more forgiving, and finally more able to have remorse and spiritual rebirths. In Christian mythological terms, this process is the taking up of our own cross, feeling the pain of damaged faith and the power to give and receive love, to the ability to be more virtuous, to walking the path away from what deadened us to a fuller life. He who transcends, he who transcendent love sets free is free indeed. Greed is born of the creative or the creation of symbolic needs to give us hope, a kind of hope that eases our anxieties when we are confronted by overwhelming helplessness around need, which is painful to bear, but with healing love moves us from pain to the ability to feel and give love, to be our genuine selves. This is never one's fault, by the way. Remember the story of the man born blind in the New Testament, who sinned that he should be born blind? Himself? His parents? No, he was born blind to find the sight born of the glory of love. So also I say to you that the most fallen are fallen to give glory to the source of all love. Until next time, please subscribe, share, and comment. May the road ahead of you rise to meet you with real freedom to love and be loved.